Hello everyone, Dillykins here, and welcome to the Dillykins 2 channel, and also happy Halloween everyone. If you guys are a little bit new around here, I've been getting into a little bit of some World of Warcraft or WoW. I do been wanting to do a little bit of some of the WoW lore on this channel for a little bit, because you guys do know I do love World of Warcraft and everything like that. I mean, like, World of Warcraft is like one of those games I do go back to time, actually, but no matter, you guys do know that it is Halloween or Halloween on WoW, and there is actually one character that I do want to do a little video, is Sir Thomas, or the Headless Horseman. This isn't the Sleeping Hollow. Just gonna go ahead and let you guys know. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know that I don't really do a lot of gaming videos over on this channel, because that's mostly on the main channel, but I actually gonna be doing some gaming in this one. And also I will be doing a little bit of a lore video, but there is a little something I do want to treat y'all guys in game. So let's do it. Alright, so we are here in Stormwind. No matter, there are some people where you actually can talk to right outside the gates, and you be able to get like a quest to be able to go to see Sir Thomas Thompson, aka the Headless Horseman here. I am actually running with my Demon Hunter here. And we actually do manage to get a book called The Tomb of Thomas Thompson. Let's read it right quick. Thomas Thompson was born in the colors of the Several Hand. When the Scourge destroyed Lord One, his blood, his wife Safina, and take his children Joel and Jenna to flee the Eastern Kingdoms to Canondor. Thomas continued to fight the Scourge, and when the Several Hand failed, he took up arms with the Scarlet Crusade. I'm just gonna go ahead and let you guys know that the Several Hand is basically a clan of paladins, or like the Crusade of Paladins, actually, that is around like the Plaguelands, basically, around Lordaeron. So I'm actually gonna go over to the map here. And basically, right in this section of Lordaeron, or the Eastern Kingdoms, basically, I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. And I would say, like, the Several Hands kind of like taking around like Light's Hope Chapel and everything, and also around Strathholm and stuff like that. Just letting you guys know, because Lordaeron is like the biggest city back in like before the March of the Lich King and everything like that. But this story does take place a little bit in the mix of that time, when Arthas was wandering among and about to become the Lich King, or basically he is the Lich King, basically. And the Scarlet Crusade is basically a cult of paladins, basically, but it's basically a cult that actually is run by the Dreadlord. We will actually get into that a little bit later, actually. Perhaps the Scarlet Crusade cause was once noble, but over time there was method turned to brutally. Even the most devout could one see potential scores instead of the humanity killing anyone if there was even a suspicious they could fall to the plague. Even Sir Thompson was immediately swayed. One day, Grand Crusader Bethlehem, that is like the head guy of the Scarlet Crusade, that is Balasard the Dreadlord, a matter of fact, convinced Sir Thomas that an entire village of refugees were either infected and allied with the undead. So Thomas slaughtered the village, and his horrors realized that his lives were those of his wife and children. His family both had been torn away by storms and never made it to Canondor. And now they were dead by his hand. Mad with guilt, Sir Thomas was taken back to the monastery. The Scarlet Monastery is basically the big area around Fall, actually. It's like here, kind of like right outside of on the city, or on the city is basically Lordaeron, basically. Just gonna go ahead and let you guys know. He closed himself in his chamber, blabbling, sing songs, riddles about the entire world being affected. Abraham attempted to give him a final chance on Hollow's End. That's Halloween, a matter of fact. Taking him into battle, Thomas went into a frenzied rage, believing all was scourged and all must be slain. He turned on his own men. For this, he was beheaded. Few know what happens next, but the Headless Horseman rose shortly after. Sir Thomas may never know peace, but his tale serves as warning to all. Take heed, lest blind Saltry lead you to eternal sorrow. One of the last pages of the book has been named pinned the endless script. That is my Demon Hunter's name, actually. Just gonna go ahead and let you guys know. And also, if you guys are a little bit newer to WoW, actually, there is like a seasonal event dungeon. If you actually go to the Auction House here, right out, kind of like right in the Trader District here, you can actually talk to this Headless Ghost Dungeon Master. Help, please. The Headless Horseman must be stopped. He has slain so many and yet rise out for more victims with every rising moon. We actually can queued to a Headless Horseman battle dungeon. It's actually set it in the Scarlet Monastery. I was actually going to queue for this, actually. And you can actually be able to get a mount. Actually, it's kind of a little bit of a low chance percentage mount, but that's pretty good. And a lot of people was actually like winding it around. Mostly at this time of the video, though, I was queued for it. It did took us a little bit because it is literally the day that I believe that no one's really wants to farm the Headless Horseman, actually. I just had to make sure that we just don't stand and see it, basically. Like, definitely what I'm a little bit doing now, actually. At least I lost track of my keys then. Do not know why I did, but nice. That wasn't too bad. Normally you get like some rated jack-o'-lanterns or like a armor set and some random stuff. But the main thing is diluted field pumpkin that does drop the mount, but I don't think we actually gonna get it. But let's see. Yeah, we did get some armor. We got a goblin male mask, trick or treats. They're kind of like a currency basically around this time of the year. In the magic broom, it's like a kind of like a mount, but it's only available on Hollow's End basically. Also, when you do kill the Headless Horseman, you do see Sir Thomas and also his wife. Now, I believe it is time for the video, actually. Alright, so this video is called Too Dark for Warcraft. Platinum World of Warcraft or Platinum WoW will be taking charge of this video. The Headless Horseman's lore. It is actually 10 minutes and 39 seconds. Here we go.
Korogar.
Bar.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm not an orc. I'm a human. So, trick or treat.
What type of
My Lord
porno
Godfrey's
fucking
bushy
acting is
beard.
this?
Are you alright?
Yes? I'm pretty sure you're supposed to give me candy, not kidnap me.
Do you know what the bloody hell is going on? He is coming.
Who?
The Headless Horseman. He comes every year to burn down this town.
What? I've never heard of him before. Who is he?
Let me see here. Here we go. Take a gander at this book. Fair warning, it's very, very spooky.
I'm actually going to pause it here because the majority of this video will be will kind of a little bit be more extended from the book we actually did play. We did read and played in WoW. Oh yeah. Man,
Our
Stoneman
story
looks
begins
so
during the Scourge invasion
weird
of Lordaeron.
long time
The Cult
ago.
of the Damned had just spread infected grain to all of the villages, and Prince Arthas took it upon himself to kill the innocents in Stratholme before they turned into zombies. Uther and a lot of the Knights of the Silver Hand refused to participate in this massacre and went to go assist the surrounding villages. This included
During the
Sir
culling
Thomas
of
Thompson.
Stratholme.
Thompson wasn't just a paladin. He was also a pumpkin farmer and had a wife and 2 kids, and his farm was located in the southwest section of Tirisfal, like right here. The lands of Lordaeron is something Thomas Thompson really cared about and continued to fight on with his fellow paladins. One of the big problems with this war was not just the scourge, but the food supply. Since all of the grain was infected, the humans of Lordaeron were tired, starved, and desperate.
Oh, yoo-hoo!
In comes Baron Rivendare, a rich noble of Stratholme who sent a shipment of grain.
There's like
where
one of
Thomas was
the
stationed.
4 horsemen
Thomas blindly trusted
before
the
he
noble and
became
let the town eat the grain.
one of the 4 horsemen.
Little did Thomas know, Rivendare was actually a close ally of Kel'Thuzad and purposefully infected the grain. To Thomas's horror, the people he swore to protect quickly fell to the plague. With a heavy heart, he had to slay the once innocent civilians. He had failed them, and it was sad to say, but this was only the beginning of the depressing stories to come. To recover from this mental blow Sir Thomas took, he returned to his family for comfort. From his home, he watched as his kingdom rotted away from the inside out. His prince, Arthas, killed his own father and his mentor, Uther. Every day, there was another story about a village being wiped out and more innocents dying a slow, painful death.
Yep.
Thomas would stop at nothing to defend his kingdom,
Dark
but he
dark
didn't want
times
his family
in
suffering the same
Aswolf,
fate,
actually.
so he sent them on a boat with Jaina to Kalimdor.
We did.
For the next 4
Wait about
years,
that.
Thomas continued the fight off the Scourge. His crusade to dispense light's justice led him to joining the Scarlet Crusade. This organization of light extremists was secretly led by the Dreadlord Balnazar, who disguised himself as Saidan Dathrohan. Through the Dreadlord's manipulation, he was able to radicalize many survivors of Lordaeron into being fanatical members of the Light. These people experienced firsthand that no one can be trusted and may secretly be agents of the Scourge. One day, Thomas Thompson, Saidan Dathrohan, and a squadron of Scarlet soldiers were performing a routine plague check at a nearby village. At first, they were pleased to see that everything seemed to be fine. The villagers had plenty of food, there was no zombies invading, and everything was clean. But here's the thing.
It was too perfect.
Too perfect. Saidan planted the dubious idea in his mind that this perfect village was a front. These villagers were hiding something. They are not who they seem to be. These are secretly scourged filth in the skies, members of the Cult of the Damned waiting to strike. Thomas was not going to let these soulless, scourged snakes get away with this ruse. The holy light brings forth justice quickly and without mercy. Thomas went on an utter fanatical frenzy as he killed every villager in sight, making sure that no one escaped the light's wrath in his crusade to make Lordaeron whole once again. With blood-soaked robes, Thomas drove his blade into his final victim. The young woman's innocent gaze seared into Thomas's very soul. That was when he realized, in his blind crusade, he had accidentally killed his own family.
Dark, actually. And sad.
Child murder?
I know, right? Bit dark, isn't it?
His own kid?
Yep.
That's messed up.
Yep.
Isn't this universe supposed to be for kids or something?
That's up for debate, bruv. Just keep reading.
How? How could his family be in this village if they sailed away on a boat 4 years ago? The only thing that made sense to Sir Thomas was there must have been a storm, something that would force them to turn back. Whatever it was, Thomas was now a broken man. A man driven to insanity and is now completely unhinged. His fellow Scarlet Crusade members had to lock him away, hoping that he'd kinda just chill out. Deep within his cell, he constantly spoke in deranged rhymes that would haunt the guards within the monastery.
Hearken, cur. 'Tis you I spurn. Now feel the burn!
Wait, hold on. I think he's saying another one. Listen very closely.
That was one of the lines from the dungeon.
It was clear that Thomas was off the deep end now, and there was no real chance of him coming back. But that doesn't mean he can't still fight. Thomas would be released kind of like a sort of Tasmanian devil wildcard of the Scarlet Crusade.
Basically like a
He'd cleave
bazooka.
and smash his way through the Scourge, which was great for the other members, except for when he turned his blade on them. To Thomas, everyone was now a secret agent of the Scourge. Anything, living or dead, would feel his wrath. And you know you're batshit crazy when members of the Scarlet Crusade think you're crazy. And on that night of Hollow's End, Sir Thomas was finally put to rest. He was buried in the Scarlet Graveyard, but his slumber did not last long. The Dread Lord Balnazar used his demonic energies to raise the fallen knight into undeath. Now as a Headless Horseman, he will continue his mission of purging the world of undead and living alike. Wow, that story was pretty scary. So when does he show up?
And Ghost Salad, he's already there, like burning down the town, basically.
Or be overwhelmed.
It's like a little bit of like a repeated thing you can do to fight him, actually. Ghost Salad, actually. I mean, you don't get loot from him, but still, it's like an eventful thing you can do. You can actually get
We need to
achievements
go
from
help
it.
Goldshire before it's too late.
Oh my goodness! What is he doing?
Prepare yourselves. The bells have tolled. Shelter your weak, your young, and your old. Each of you shall pay the final sum. Cry for mercy. The reckoning has come. You thought me killed, dead and done. Soon you shall be the fallen.
Yeah, that's what I was actually talking about, that you can actually like throw water buckets at the buildings basically to take the fire out, actually. That's a flex.
I'll soon retire. Soldiers arise, stand and fight.
When I was talking about the flags here is the mount here, and that is the Swift Spectral Tiger. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's probably like one of the top like wellest mounts in the game. I'm pretty sure it's the Spectral Tiger actually. I know that there was like 2 of them, but both of them was like really rare actually. It's like worth like a lot of money actually.
This end have I reached before? What new adventure lies in store?
I'm pretty sure that this was filmed in Moongard, because Moongard is like one of those biggest like servers and like roleplay servers and WoW actually. But I do want to give Platinum WoW credit for this video, so it was pretty good. Like I said, that the majority of this video was going to basically be more of a extended version of the book that we actually did read and WoW. But what do you guys think? If you guys do think that I should continue doing like some WoW reacting or WoW lore reacting or videos in the channel, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Also, hope you guys have a great Halloween. Peace, guys.